When thinking about working in film industry, I feel my strength lies as a projector of a film, specifically to the details like the use of color, location, and cinematography. I have a strong sense of visual and emotional resonance. I consider myself as an editor, a cinematographer, or art director in the future. According to D4 Darius, there are 4 distinct types of filmmaker.
In my opinion, there seem to be 4 different main types of film directors. The auteur or the writer-director, the visionary director, the actor's director, and the
The auteur or writer-director that does the screenwriting as well, usually focus on strong story structure, dialogue, and plot. Some examples include Quentin Tarantino, Ingmar Bergman, Charlie Kaufman, Woody Allen. Actors director that usually stresses performance heavily and have a strong suit or history of acting, like John Cassavetes, Sidney Lumet, Clint Eastwood, Ben Affleck. Visionary director that specialized in cinematography, camera, or acting technique to create a strong visual style, like Stanley Kubrick, George Lucas, James Cameron, and poetic director that emphasizes the experimental filmmaking, usually violates and questions the norm, tend to be very philosophical and artistic, include David Lynch, Lars von Trier, Gaspar Noé, Terrence Malick. Obviously, I am definitely not the writer or acting types of director. Writing and performances are my weakest point. My interest lies in the visionary and poetic kind of directing, as I said from the beginning, that I have a strong sense of prevision a story. But the visionary director can still be subdivided into several parts depending on what is my strongest skill or what job would I take before I actually get a chance of directing a film. It may be cinematographer, visual effects, set decoration, or even more. David Lynch is the director that influenced me the most. I was drawn into his non-linear narration structure when I first saw his film Lost Highway. Lost Highway is the only film that makes me keep thinking about after watching, while other films only serve as temporary emotional trigger, which means that the story stops when I finish the film, and I can always guess the plot or ending during watching. I was amazed by David Lynch's ways of filmmaking that acts so much potential and persistent function. It leads to a philosophical question that every filmmaker would ask themselves: why would I make film? The superficial answer is that art helps me release myself, my emotion, energy, idea, and vision. I dream a lot and always overthink a lot. There was a time when I was so scared of being followed back home because I live alone. Instead of telling people about it, I make a short video about it. After that, the fear has gone. This is just a simple example that encourages me to create something. I believe every one of us has story or ideas to be told, no matter how small it is, but in terms of taking this filming process seriously, as Akira Kurosawa said,
僕よく想像っていうのは記憶であるっていうんだけどね、そう思いますよ。その中から出てくるんでね、何にもないとこなんか生まれてこやしないのよ。何かいろんな経験があるわけよね、読むんだりなんだり、実生活のあれだったり、何かがなきゃね想像できないでしょ。そういう点でやっぱりまずもっと読むべきですね。絶えず。
The key thing is repeating the process of absorbing new things and outputting ideas, which means that we need to keep reading, watching films and art, but also keeps writing script and drawing storyboard shot by shot. This is the easiest but also the hardest thing to do. It needs patience, but when it becomes a habit, everything else like techniques, finance, or marketing will come next.